everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. We have now fixed all the tech issues, so we should be all right. I am Dr. Antoinette Davis. I am from Southern University, and I'll be presenting to you today on Nearpod. Now, how many of us are educators or teach in some type of classroom? All right. How do you feel when you're working on this presentation that you've worked so hard on and students are like, with their cell phones? Anybody bothered by that? Welcome to Nearpod. Nearpod is the most amazing app that I have been able to find, and it takes over your students' cell phones. So how many people have cell phones today? All right, you will be my practice class. Go ahead and pull out your cell phones.
Oh, nice.
Go to nearpod.com. Nearpod.com.
Just so you know, there's no internet for us to do.
Yep, you should be able to do it just off
If you
the...
can do it without,
Can you do it without, or... No? Like, I can do it on my phone without.
I can do it on mine.
Just
Nearpod.com.
If you're not American, we don't have internet here.
Oh, really? Oh.
We're not American.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why we can't do it.
Well, I have a hotspot if anyone wants to use it. You guys are all welcome to.
Nearpod.com.
Can I use your phone?
Yes, April's iPhone, if it's discoverable.
When you get to nearpod.com, you will have to scroll down a little bit. It'll say code. Code.
Oh, there it is.
This is your code
For students.
for students. BSETX. It should come in all caps. Has everybody found the area for the code?
Let me see.
Mine is just iPhone, so you can connect to that one as well. That's in the phone. 5-digit code, BSETX. Once you put in the code, go ahead and put in your name.
Oh, they need a password for the hotspot.
For mine or hers? Well, mine says discoverable under April's iPhone. I have someone just connected to it, and it says the password is happy234. If it's coming up as April's iPhone. Did you guys connect? Or did you able to find it?
Once you connect, go to nearpod.com and go all the way down to where it says code. Type in this 5-letter code, and once you do that, type in your name. This is how you will track whether students are paying attention or not. They have given you their name, and now you have taken over their cell phones. In the event that if you put up a question and you don't see a response from a certain student, you know they're not paying attention. Okay? Everybody have the code.
So where do we go? Nearpod.com.
Go all the way down to where it says code.
For students.
BSETX.
It's supposed to look like this, Antoinette?
Yes.
Okay.
You should see a little lady in a green car.
Like that. Oh.
If you have your cell phone with you, we're on nearpod.com. Nearpod.
Yeah, that's reading feed. Push one to feed. Yeah.
Nearpod.com. And you're looking for the code.
Hotspot was happy.
Happy234.
That's 34.
Is that code there? BSETX.
STEM. This is a STEM presentation. We should be able to do a little tick.
And then you put your name in. Can everybody see the lady in the green car?
Yes.
All right. Now, before I remove this screen, as you can see, in this area, For students who happen to be absent, you can send them an email. Okay? You can also put this on social media and list it as a link on either Blackboard or Canvas or whatever you use. Okay? Everybody connected?
Mm-hmm.
All right. As my screen transitions, I will now be controlling your cell phone. It will transition as well.
Oh, that's neat.
All right, what do you see now on your screen? You should be able to see the intro screen for the Hawaii International Conference of Education. Now, you notice it transitions a little bit slower because, of course, it's connected to the Wi-Fi hotspot. So this is where we are. We are in wonderful Hawaii, and we are actually learning things that we can use in our classrooms. For Nearpod, I have found that students love to engage. Don't get me wrong, they love to hear us talk to a certain degree. But the fact that they're able to use their cell phones to be a part of the conversation is the most important thing. In the 21st century, we have a lot of students who say, I don't know how to do this and I don't know how to do that. But if we set up presentations like this, and they're able to follow along and, of course, engage with their cell phones, which they love to do anyway, and we can control it, it keeps their focus much longer. Okay? Now, within Nearpod, I'm going to show you some different features. There are quizzes that you can use. There are tests that you can actually use. Remember, your phone is connected to you, so I will always know what your score is at all times. Okay? You can use this for attendance. You can use this for 3D figures, of which I'll show you some of those in just a moment. All right, the next slide contains a video. A time may come where you'll introduce the topic and you'll say, it's probably a topic from yesterday. Students may not remember it. So this has a video attached to it. So I'm going to have it for all devices. Can everybody see the little gentleman at the top? And there's a little play button. Can everybody see that? Mm-hmm. Go ahead and click on play. We're not going to watch the whole video. But the question here says, if x plus 4 is 10, what is x? Before you answer the question, I want you to review just the brief portion of the video. Go ahead and click on play. Yours will play.
Welcome to the Solving Equations podcast, brought to you by the Enrichment Division of White Lake Area Community Education. The purpose of this podcast is to provide supplemental instruction as a service to students and parents.
Hi, I'm Al Caraba, a teacher at North Muskegon High School, and this is the first of
As you can see, this video will help you to answer the
experimental
question that is at hand.
podcasts on solving algebraic equations. This is episode 1, which is solving equations using addition or subtraction. Not only will this be helpful for the student, but also helpful for
So we're
parents
just going
helping
to watch
their
a few
children at
moments of
home.
this, but I want
So
to
let's get
introduce
started.
this topic so that when students see the question,
No matter
they've
what
already seen
type of
the
equation
video.
basically
So
falls
they'll know
under
how to answer the
into
question.
two parts. Undoing what has been done to our variable, which is our letter
I would hope they
representing
have
the unknown
earbuds.
we're
Most
trying to
students travel
find,
with their earbuds.
and doing the same thing to both sides of the equation. Looking here, you can think of an equation as a teeter-totter that's balanced. We want
So
the
he's
teeter-totter to
introducing what
stay
an
balanced.
equation is
We want the equation
and
to
what
be
it
the
means to
same
students
always
in
on
particular
both
for this
sides.
particular question.
Meaning, if I were to remove one box from this side of the teeter-totter, I would have to remove a box from the other side. Or, if I wanted to add a box to this side, I would need to add a box to the other side. So we all...
So, Antoinette, can you see if, like, a student isn't watching the video, or they say they want to go on their Facebook or something like that?
No,
Okay,
no.
okay,
I can only see that when I go to questions.
okay.
So there's a question after this.
Uh-huh.
So if someone's not paying attention,
Uh-huh.
I'll be able to see because they haven't answered.
Because they haven't answered. Oh, got it. That's nice.
want to keep in mind that when solving equations, we must stay balanced. You must do the exact
Students
same
have a chance
thing
to take notes
both
on this
sides.
video. This
Let's
is a
look
great
at
way
4
to
different
introduce
examples
topics
of
in your
solving
classroom,
equations where
and also
we're
a
just
good way to
adding
review
or
before
subtracting
exams.
something to our variable. Example number 1 shows x plus 5 equals
After he
10.
finishes that first problem, go ahead and
Everybody
stop the video.
can look at that equation and very simply identify that x would be 5. We all know that 5 plus 5 is equal to 10.
And then you want us to answer the question?
Yes. You can go ahead and stop the video now. Just click the little pause button. And at the top of your screen, if you have iPhone, you'll have a little X. Click the X. That'll take the video off. Now you're ready to answer the question. Okay? Go ahead and click one more X. The question says, if X plus 4 is 10, what is X? You notice you have 3 answer choices. You can actually click the answer choice on your phone. What do you believe X is based on what you saw in the video? This circle here represents 100%. As you can tell, we are not at 100% yet. As the answers come in, I'm able to see them for each and every student. Okay? In the event that there are responses here or here, that's a good way to say it's time to review. Okay?
Would you keep the screen out? Say, like, for the kid that doesn't know the answer, they can look up and be like, oh, everyone else has chosen B? Or would you keep that?
I would keep it up because my paper exams will show whether they know it or not. So this is just basic review. For the real exams, they won't have access to this. Other questions? All right. Let's make sure everybody's responding. All right, everybody is paying attention. Everybody's responding. Okay? Let's go to the next slide. The next slide is a picture of a Boeing 757. Most of us came here on an airplane. Okay? This is a 3D figure. A lot of classes have 3D figurines because you want to give students an opportunity to turn these figures. Okay? So on your phones, you may use your fingers to actually turn the figure. You can turn it upside down, on the sides. This is a good way for you to show students the different parts of the airplane without actually having to go to the airport.
That is really neat.
Okay?
So do you upload this picture?
Oh no, all this is in Nearpod.
Oh.
It's under 3D.
Oh.
When I first started using Nearpod, they didn't have 3D figures, but they do now. And it's under the free edition. This is all free edition. I haven't paid for this at all.
Oh, wow.
It's all free. Okay?
Oh, that's very cool.
So, this is a good way for you to show students different parts of the plane. There's a lot of students who've never flown. This is a good way to introduce it to them. This is what happens when you get into the plane. This is where the door of the plane is. Propellers and so on and so forth.
So if you manipulate the phone, does it change on our?
No, it change. You change yours.
Yeah, but if you want us to look at certain places on so if you want.
So like, can you you can move it up here?
I can move mine, but you can move yours.
It doesn't move ours. Okay.
No. I only move the slides.
Okay.
That's very neat.
So a good way to introduce 3D figures in your class. We weren't always able to use that years ago, but we can now. Nearpod uploads 3D figures and polls and quizzes. They also have pre-made slides. I actually made these slides, but with people working with Nearpod so often, they have slides that they've uploaded for certain sections that you can purchase and use them in your class. Okay? So now, an open answer question. This is where you'll actually type your answers in. What are your thoughts on this activity, and can you use this app in your courses? In this particular short answer section, we can see numerically how many people have participated. Numerically, there are 23% of the people participating. So others are thinking, some others may be on a different site, but I'm able to see at all times who's participating and who's not. Okay? And for those who may not be participating, they may not necessarily be on another site, they may need some help. So I can go over and offer help to that student. And we can see all responses in real time.
So what are the little circles with the red dots on the right there?
This is if I wanted to share it. If I wanted to share this particular response with all students, I could highlight it and it turns blue. It gives more special emphasis.
Oh, okay.
And then it displays on our.
Sure does.
Oh, okay. So do that again. So if you hit it, it shares on ours.
I was typing it, but then when that came up, it deleted it off my phone.
Okay, type it in one more time.
Oh, I see.